Yep, this is me, laughing like a maniac in a dirty Jimny.
You should see the inside of the car. Well,
You're probably wondering how I ended up looking like I rolled through the Sahara backwards. Well, buckle up. This is the story of how two Overlanders, myself and my partner in crime Kamau, hit the road to a little known place called Mosiro in southwestern Kenya. There was tarmac and there was off-roading. There was rain and mud and there was dust. And yes, there was adventure. So sit tight, grab some popcorn or a cup of porridge. Because this is gonna be a hell of a ride. My name is Billy Miaron, a documentary and travel photographer and filmmaker. I've spent the last decade chasing real stories in real places, from the bustling city corners to the remote villages and forest trails. You name it. Whether it's social issues, kids chasing their dreams, or the wild spirit of adventure itself, if there's a powerful story, I'm there. Probably with a camera, a tripod strapped on my back, and 0 bars of network. Today, I'm headed deep into Mosiro, Kajiado. This is in southwestern Kenya, to a powerful place called Naning'oi Rescue Centre. And I'm not doing this one alone. Riding with me is my fellow documentary filmmaker and overlanding addict, Kevin. 2 cameras, 1 dusty car. Together, we are the Traveling Moran. This channel, Traveling Moran, is where we bring you behind the scenes, the raw, dusty, beautiful process of telling stories from across the globe. You'll see the adventures, the mishaps, the people, the places, and even maybe get inspired to take a few crazy journeys of your own. So our journey starts in Ngong town, which is in Kajiado North, and then we use the Suswa route, where we'll go and join the Narok, Maimahio route. Then from there we will head towards Narok, and then the other junction will be at a place called Ntulele. From there now we'll do a 3 hours journey on pure Offroad.
we are stuck in jam here in Ngong, Kajiado County. The roads are very narrow, there's a lot of traffic. Watu wamekuja kula nyama choma. Basi tuko na yetu hapa tumejishukulia kutoka Karani. For those wenye wanajua the office kwa Karani, the best mutura in the world. I want to introduce it to Kamau over here. Then we see how it's gonna work.
It smells nice.
It smells
Very nice.
We are just about to head into a supermarket. I think there's a quick mart over here. Buy a few supplies and then we head to Mosiro, Naning'oi. That's where I shot the braids of Naning'oi. So I'm going back there to do a documentary for Naramat Charity, which is the organization that supports the school. And they'll also be bringing students from Planton University in the UK, Planton College, who will be coming to help in setting up another 1 acre garden. We call it food forest. So it's supposed to just help with aiding food supply in the school. They've done so many projects there, solar power, and we'll also be documenting installation of a new computer lab with internet. Talk of Elon Musk things, Starlink, huh? So we'll be having internet in the bush. So right now the car is very clean. I went to the car wash yesterday. It's very clean, but I'm sure by the time we get to Naning'oi, it's gonna be repainted in dust. So enjoy the trip. I think we've just arrived at the entrance of Quickmart. It's been a heavy traffic all the way from Ngara up to here in Ngong town, and we still have around 5 hours to go. Wow. Kenya is beautiful, my people. This land is beautiful. So this is Kajiado. The sun is hitting this ridge. It's coming from that side. A little landscape. Very good.
So this is one of the most scenic routes you can ever use. Very beautiful landscapes. Unfortunately, we could not do drone shots on our way because we were late, but we managed to do some amazing drone shots on our way back. So please watch till the end. Just immediately after Kamau took over the car, it started raining. And we knew we are up for a good ride.
So this is the Suswa route. As you can see, it has been raining. Luckily for us, we still have tarmac on this route. But if it rains on the Naning'oi route, we'll be in trouble. Is this a super metro on this route? The super metro inafanya nini huko?
Naitwa servant. Nimekuja kusaba.
Hiyo ni kali. Huko sasa yako na jokes. Anajua kushift. Check tu venye anazishift hapa. Tokyo imepata driver mpya. So this is a Jimny. As you can, it's a tiny car, but very aggressive and powerful. So
Very powerful.
It looks aggressive and also very powerful. As you can see right now, it's going uphill very well. So the main reason of calling it Tokyo, one, it was made in Tokyo, Japan. But two, I was a big fan of Tokyo in Money Heist, the series.
Oh, Tokyo.
So Tokyo was a tiny girl, but very aggressive, a lot of strength and will. So that's how I see my Tokyo over here. Na bump ingine hapa mbele.
Cheki.
Oh, hiyo ni try ku balance katikati, balance.
Napita kushita nikishika.
Tapita. Umejaribu? Good job. So, Mr. Kamau.
Yes.
Mbona, so where did your interest for overlanding come or traveling?
I think my big interest for overlanding started from 2022. Back then,
Good.
back then I was watching a lot of films here and there. And my interest of overlanding came because I love wildlife.
Yeah.
Two, I love nature and culture. And most of the overlanding places, you have to. They revolve around the three places. So that's when I started dreaming of going to places.
So you said what and what?
Wildlife, nature and culture. If you have to visit the Saburu culture, you have to overland because it's not just tarmac.
Let's see who eats it first.
It's not just tarmac. It's one of the most serious roads you can tackle.
Yes.
So that triggered me of overlanding to get to those destinations.
Yeah.
And I can say that's how I started dreaming of overlanding, so that I can reach those destinations. Yeah.
Ah, amazing. That's brilliant, man.
3 weeks ago, that's when I met Biri in a town in eastern Kenya called Kangaru. So, and then we just spoke of our cars. Then we came to know we are both photographers.
This guy saw my Suzuki and he stopped. And when he was stopping, I was looking at his Suzuki. And I'm like, damn, that's a good Escudo. Jamaa amerigi gari yake, next trip tutakuwa tunaenda na gari yake, mtaiona. Very well rated. So the sun has started to smile. Someone has a big vehicle here. This is a V8.
That's a V8. Those are serious machines.
Kuja road test.
But generally overlanding is sweet. It clears someone's stress.
Yes! Overlanding is amazing, huh?
Very amazing.
So I bought this car specifically because of the nature of my work and my love for adventure. So I've been going on so many road adventures, but it has always been on someone else's car or when I'm working with tour companies, because I've worked with quite a number of them. But I needed to also have my own freedom to just do my stuff. So the good thing about this car, like right now we are going to Naning'oi, which is one of the least accessible areas in Kajiado County. No, your bump ni kubo. But with this Jimny, I know I can access anywhere. So that's why maybe I would say I was so interested in a vehicle that has good off-road capabilities and that is also comfortable enough for me to just go with anywhere that I want. So this car is tiny, so it means it can also fit on very tiny places, and then it's light, very fuel efficient, and the capabilities you can feel it. It's a very good car. So it's something about Suzuki. Suzukis are underrated, and especially these body and chassis models. So the old Scudos and Vitaras, the Jimnys, the Gypsies, and if you check the data online, you still find that Suzuki Jimny is still among one of the best off-roaders.
It's actually the best.
Yeah, watch out for this guy.
You know, there is this mzee once told me that Suzuki ni kama mpira.
Ana bounce.
Ukiona imesimama, usijaribu kupitisha gari ingine.
Bas.
You know, kuna venye huwa kana bounce, especially when it is stuck.
Yeah. This guy is pressing the car bwana. Amefinya hii kitu.
We are not on time.
Sasa tumechelewa, kalio kona.
Our time is calling.
So guys, we wanted to document for you this route. So on our way from Offroad. On our way from Ngong to Suswa, we've just hit the Offroad. So what I wanted to say before I was rudely interrupted by the end of the tarmac was that we were stuck in jam for a very long time in Nairobi, and we could not do the drone shots because it meant we would have to slow down. But like I promised earlier, we are gonna have some drone shots at the end of the video, as we recorded that on our time back since we were not rushing home. Something about this road, they were building it patch by patch. So right now there is a little patch that's remaining that's untarmacked, and that's where we are right now. But in a few minutes it was over and back to the tarmac road. It's all clean again. Captain ako hapo hivyo. Shift maneno. No joke.
And to gear number 5.
Ndio hii highway. So chill. Tunaenda hivi.
Naenda huko.
So finally made it to the highway from Maimahio. So you're headed this way. So this route takes you to Maimahio, and on our left, that's where we are going to Narok County. Panda mlima sasa.
Kwe mlima sasa.
I think we have like an hour on this route. Then we should be headed to our tarmac. So it's we are doing well considering the time that we left. We left at 4:30 in Ngong. It's now 5:30.
It's now 5:30.
So hopefully by 6:30 we'll be joining the Naning'oi route, and then we can use now the drone there.
Yeah, we can use it. Especially if we get a good sunset, it will be a magical view.
Yeah. No, with this kind of weather, I'm not so sure we'll get any sunset. We are gonna try.
Kamau was so determined to see if we can manage to get some beautiful drone shots of the sunset past Ntulele. But ahead of us, we could see there was a war going on, a war between the sun and the rain. But it seems like the rain clouds were winning. So it was time to make our first stop, which was at this Ruby's petrol station. And our main goal was to deflate our tires so that they'll not be very bumpy when we go to the rough road.
It's raining cats and dogs. Heavy rainfall. Jamaa hapa ako serious na barabara kama kitu kingine. Nazaenda huku kama unataka. Sababu ile mvua imegonga. Hey. Will we make it to Mosiro? Let's find out. Right now it's around 6:14. Let's hit the road.
When we got to Ntulele Junction, it was raining very heavily and we knew we cannot use our drone. So now we had only one goal, to make sure that we get to Naning'oi Girls in time, because the next morning we were supposed to begin our shoot for Naramat Charity.
Mungu atusaidie. So endesha gari vizuri. Ndio saini hapo. Naning'oi mixed. Hakuna nyesha. Ocha tu hapo. Oh. Let's hope. At least so far so good. So tunge tukuskid.
So it was around 6:40 p.m. and we were losing light fast. So enjoy these last few minutes before our camera goes off. With the tires deflated, the vehicle performed very well, and we didn't have lots of challenges. The only challenge we had was we had to stop for other vehicles to pass because no one wanted to give way. Apart from that, we managed to get to Naning'oi some minutes to 9, which for us was a very big miracle.
Good morning, Morans. Welcome to Mosiro. So this Naning'oi, this where we slept last night, and it rained very heavily. Yeah, so we'll be here for the next 5 days, implementing the projects that Naramat Charity is doing with our partners and the school here at Naning'oi Girls. And it's a cold morning. Can't believe I'm saying this because the last time I was here it was very dusty and hot. Anyway, we are not alone. My colleague and partner at Heads and Hands is also here. Let's see if we can make him happy. Yo! Good morning, mister.
Oi!
Ilo soba?
Eba oleng.
Tungoa bwana, usalimia wananchi bwana. Yeah, this guy is called Elvis.
Good morning.
Kipi bwana?
What's on? How did you sleep?
Na room ya nini?
You hapa lazima we walk around with this stick here.
So this guy has been here longer than us. He has also helped in setting up the tents. And Elvis, what are you planning to do with the girls here?
So yeah, so it's really exciting to be back in Naning'oi. It feels like home every time we're here. And this time round we came bearing gifts for the girls. Yeah. So what we're going to be doing here for the next 1 week is setting up a computer lab, fully equipped computer lab, 10 laptops, and a Starlink internet for internet connectivity.
So you'll be having internet in Mosiro?
Yes, so Mosiro is going to be connected to the rest of the world. So the girls will have an opportunity to, experience fast internet, and also connect with the rest of the world. So it's a quite amazing opportunity for them, considering that this place has been left out for a very long time. And through innovations such as the Starlink from Elon Musk, now the girls are able to connect to the rest of the world. As much as it's an interior remote place in Kenya.
All right.
Yeah. So
You've heard it from this guy. He's now the techie.
yeah. And apart from that, I think there are 4 projects that are going on simultaneously. So we have a farm that is being prepared right now, and then there's the computer labs, and then there's the fencing of
the food forest.
The food forest, and finally there is the station where the girls will be doing their sanitation. Is like a, what do you call it? A sanitation. Not even a pollution. Mali watakuwa wanaosha nguo na stuff like that.
Okay. Like a laundry area.
Like a laundry area.
So now it's time to wash our feet. The bush style. Oh, it rained last night and we collect water here. So sasa unakuja unachapa hivi, unaoga tu maji. Unaosha uso ukioshaga windscreen. So after this and days start
Fresh.
Very fresh water. Collected here last night. Yeah, in our little tank. Good.
Sasa baki kubrush meno.
Sasa kubrush tu meno yabakisha.
Later that afternoon, we had these vehicles rolling in, and they brought the students from Planton College, and for 4 days we were all stationed here working on the different projects. So for us, our main duty was to document everything that Naramat Charity and Planton College were working on together.
Okay, action. Let's do a mic check. Just say 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, we are loud and clear. I mean, adjust.
For the rest, everyone had their duty. Some were working on the shamba, others were working on the electric fence. We had a team working on the laundry area, and finally we had a team that was working with Elvis in setting up the new computer lab and Starlink internet. So after a few days, we were all done, everyone was happy, and we left the girls with internet connected to the world. And her smile shows what it means for the girls. To learn more about what Naramat Charity is doing and the Naning'oi Rescue Centre, you can watch my award-winning documentary, The Braves of Naning'oi. This features the stories of these young girls who have been rescued from FGM and early marriages, and they overcome all these challenges, and you can also learn about what Naramat Charity does to support them and the Naning'oi Rescue Centre. So last year, the documentary won the Best Documentary Award at the Varsity Film Festival 2024. And now that all the work is done, it's time to play in the dust.
Take off. Take off.
Let me tell you, Minor, that's one of the bumpiest rides we've ever had. How was it, man?
That was cool. That was cool. No biri here. Biri.
Nimekulisha vumbi.
Biri unanipiga na vumbi wewe.
Nimelisha ujamaa vumbi, eh? Najua kwa Kajiado huku si Embu.
But this one was not meant for picnic.
Yes. And kawaida huwezi kosa pro box in such a situation. Kuna pro box imetupita huko nyuma imeshaenda. Kuna pro box ingine urecord shika. It's still recording.
So all this time we were trying to catch up with Elvis, who was way ahead of us because we were making a few stops when doing the drone shots. But when we got to this spot, I told Kamau it's time for us to stop. There's something that I've always wanted to do, and this was a childhood dream. I've always wanted to make some donuts in the dust. So I said yes. It wouldn't hurt. He only had one advice for me.
Si unataka kupiga sawa na usianguke.
You should see the inside of the car. Well, that was one of the best experiences I've ever had. But I'm sure I look like a monkey. Keusi. The amount of dust I have, I don't know if it can actually be seen, even the car, the steering. It's crazy. But finally we made it to Mosiro town. So this is the first town that we are passing. Then we go to Ntulele, then Narok town. And we look like real animals. So we hope Narok town will be good. Leo ni siku ya maandamano. Hatuko around. This is 25th June. Unfortunately, we didn't go to the maandamano. Sababu ya work. Kwa sasa kazi imeisha. Ndio hao sisi. So we are headed to Narok town, at least onje lami after kukaa kwa vumbi for 5 days. Buda, ni aje?
Poa sana.
How was the experience shooting that? I'm sure there was a lot of dust.
This road is very dusty.
What I can tell you is,
there are kids over there.
when I was spinning the vehicle there, the amount of dust that was coming into the car was crazy. Like, it was an amazing experience. As you can see, the road is still not so good. Just driving with one hand on this road.
Yeah.
It was now almost 6 p.m. and we remember that on our way here we had crossed a certain wheat field which looked really beautiful, and we were hoping that we can get there just before the sun sets so that we can get to see the sunset. So now it's a race against time. But of course we had to just make another stop.
So I decided to take a break so I can show you how dirty I am. Look, this is dust. This is not my skin tone burner. Look at the driver's seat. This is Kamau. At least he's been better. He didn't do the scramble that I was doing, but look at me. Bide! How are you, man? Bide. Yeah? Morio. Morio, ambia anaitwa Tokyo. This is Tokyo. This car is a beast in the dust. That's Tokyo for you. So we finally caught up with Elvis, took a little break, and then now we decided let's do our own desert safari. What should I call it? Safari rally. Yeah, we now decided let's all race towards the wheat field and see who will get there first. Whoever said that Jimnys are slow should go and try driving a Jimny off-road. These things can literally bounce on the road. Hapa naye ilibidi Elvis akule vumbi. Luckily for him, he had his windows shut. And he was driving a Kluger. This vehicle is powerful. We have gone to Naning'oi, I think 3 times now with it. And I know its capabilities, but it was just my time to shine. But if you watch this video, you can literally know who the star of the show was. Not me, not Elvis. The star was Kamau, the eye in the sky. And if you're wondering if we made it to the wheat field, yes, we did. We made it. And this was one of the most breathtaking views that you've ever had of the sunset. Part of me feels like the camera didn't give it the best of what we wanted. But enjoy this, because this is what we have. So we got to Narok town at around 7 p.m. We headed to where we were sleeping, refreshed, had some stories around the bonfire, and slept and called it a night. And the next day, I think I was still exhausted. So Kamau took over. We went to a car wash, got the car cleaned, and off we went. So our journey back to Nairobi began. And even though the car was very clean, we still had to hit that little patch of dust. So I think it repainted the car on the outside with dust again. Yeah, and as promised, I promised you guys a drone shot for when we get back. So here it is. Enjoy.
So this marks the end of today's video. So please remember to subscribe and turn on your notification so that you can be the first one to get notified when we release our next video. Until then, keep on exploring, keep the traveling Moran spirit alive, because we are all Morans.